Everybody, welcome to another reading. It's Mary, and before I say anything else, let me say that everything stated in this video, this entire reading, the cards, everything is alleged and for entertainment and speculative purposes only. Okay, with that said, here we go. I am going to channel Stephanie, Nicholas's mother's, what she wants to say. She very much wants to be heard. This is DeeDee's deck. They're actually kind of hanging out right now together. Ooh, they really want to talk. My energy is like super high right now. It just shifted very high. I want to ask them, yes, we want a lot of answers. It's going to be ongoing. And we have, just in case, Nicholas, like if Stephanie wants us to know something about Nicholas that's better represented, or I can't just see it, I have to use imagery to get there, then we're going to use Nicholas's deck. And what the heck is going on with Gypsy with these videos that came out? And also, again, if she could hear Stephanie and DeeDee, or just DeeDee, or anyone, what's she thinking about right now? What is she doing? Whether she can hear us or not, what is she doing? What is her plan? I did that the other day. So we're going to focus on Stephanie, Nicholas's mother, DeeDee, and then we're going to look at the energy surrounding them. I actually might do that first, and then we have some Gypsy oracle cards. They're very accurate. And then if anybody else comes through, we have a deck right here, if anybody else comes in. Now, so before I start, yeah, let's get some energy around Stephanie. I mean, I can feel it. She's very nervous. She has like the energy of a cat, of a little kitten, but who wants to be heard. She just entered my quantum field, my energy field, and DeeDee was right there with her. I invited both of them. So they're just waiting right now while we pull some energy cards. Let's pull one for Stephanie, Nicholas's mother. And sorry, sometimes I pull the deck upside down. But what is the energy surrounding Stephanie, Nicholas's mother? And how is she feeling? And what is she going through? Especially now that these videos have come to light. I'm hearing she's been sad the entire time that Nicholas has been with Gypsy. Actually, she never wanted him with her. So this is Stephanie, and we'll do DeeDee. How does DeeDee feel? How's DeeDee feeling these days? Well, just pop right out. DeeDee's very like, DeeDee likes to speak. She's like a big ball of happiness. Earlier she told me forgiveness. I asked what is the most important thing that they want to say, and DeeDee said forgiveness. I don't know exactly what she means. If that Gypsy needs to be forgiven, Nicholas needs to be, I don't know. So we're going to find out. So what is the energy surrounding Stephanie, Nicholas's mother? She's nodding her head like, yeah, go for it. Okay, so we have, oh, good. She's with Archangel Ciccoli, self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. I just said that they told me that this afternoon, forgiveness. So what I'm hearing is Stephanie right now wants Nicholas to have some more self-acceptance and compassion for himself, not Gypsy, and forgiveness for himself, not Gypsy. And Archangel Ciccoli is the keeper of the eternal flame, the violet flame for infinite source God. And when we have energy that we don't know what to do with, or if we are able to direct our own energy, Ciccoli keeps it, and then Ciccoli sends it to God, where God will repurpose it in whatever way that God sees fit. So in that sense, this is in God's hands. But what Steph, like the whole situation with Nicholas still in jail, Gypsy living like her best life or whatever she calls it, you know, she's like, y'all just haters. No. We know the truth. And, yeah. So, Stephanie is with the angels. Right now she's here with me. But when she leaves, and she's not trying... Oh, I see her also looking over Nicholas's shoulder in jail. She can't stand him being there. It's earlier there than where I am now in New York City. It's 9:35 almost. So it would be, I think, 8. It's not time to go to bed yet. But she's... Whatever... Nicholas seems to be sitting on the edge of his bunk. Just... I don't know. He might have a book in his hand. I think it's the Bible. And Stephanie's just, you know, she's with me, but she's also with Nicholas, and she uses the strength of the archangels. She has forgiveness. She's asking for forgiveness for herself as well, because Stephanie sadly unalived herself. And see the number 21 there? That reduces to 3, which is like taking your unique personality and starting to move out into the world. It's also the beginning of something very holy. So she's taking steps to start to come through and speak for Nicholas. She wants him to speak for himself. He does tend to he does forgive Gypsy, and he accepts he wishes his sentence was the same as Gypsy's, but we all know that's not the case, and he got life in prison plus 25. So what Stephanie is telling Nicholas and us is to have forgiveness. Nicholas needs to forgive himself, have more compassion for himself, more self-acceptance. He does still fantasize about those days with Gypsy, and you know, the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing. And so Nicholas has a lot of guilt on himself. He's very hard on himself, for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part. So what does DeeDee have to say? Let's see. DeeDee has to say, whoa, prosperity, check this out. Abundance and success. Well, DeeDee, my goodness. And you got the number 6, which is usually a holy act, starts with 3, and then it goes to 6, which is also love. Yeah, and it was DeeDee who said forgiveness earlier, but her and Stephanie were together. DeeDee is like the big sister almost, and this is what she always wanted for Gypsy. It's what she still wants for Gypsy. Hold on, I think she's saying something. No, Stephanie's the one who's standing forward. DeeDee's standing back. So we're going to do Stephanie's cards first. But yeah, this is what DeeDee wanted for Gypsy. And I'm hearing that DeeDee wants this for everyone. She wants everyone to live in a beautiful castle and, you know, like a Disney fairy tale life. This is what DeeDee's soul looks like today. This is what she wishes for us. For all of us. She's a little egotistical in that sense. Like, she still thinks on a grand scale, but she can't do anything. She's crossed over. So I don't know how she expects, you know, us to do what she wants, you know. We can't. I mean, I'm hearing clear her name. So yeah, a lot of us thought, myself including in the beginning, that she did do the Munchausen's by proxy, and that's not true. Yes, she was a malingerer. This is true. She manipulated the system, but she was a good mother to Gypsy. And I'm hearing, too, Stephanie is agreeing, but Stephanie still blames... Don't fight. She still blames... she blames DeeDee for letting Gypsy become who she became. And she's saying, not my son. She doesn't want her near her son. I'm hearing she never wanted Gypsy near her son. So let's see what else Stephanie is saying over here? What's going on with Stephanie? That I mean, I can tell you what she says. That doesn't mean that she says exactly what she wants to say, nor does it mean that she's always honest. She is fighting for her son to get out of jail. He's not a threat. I'm hearing that. I did ask God. God says no, he did not actually kill DeeDee. He just said no, that's it. It's a habit for me to say he. God is infinite source, male and female, does not, possesses everything in the universe, not just duality. So it's just a lifelong habit for me to say. So it's Stephanie. Whoa, 9 of Wands. Yeah, she feels like she's fighting an uphill battle. You see, in this house, this is what she wants for Nicholas, to have a home. But this is also, I'm getting, he's in jail. This is also a jail. And it has shadows, you see, because I'm hearing her say he didn't do it. He didn't do it. And this is all the stuff that's in Nicholas's head. She showed me images that Nicholas has. He does still have nightmares about that night. He has some love for this sickness, these evil, hungry spirits that Gypsy used to sway Nicholas. I'm sorry if I'm talking slowly. I'm also trying to hear. 7 of coins. Okay? So, fire. A lot of fire going on here, even though we have wands and coins. Pentacles. What else do we have from Stephanie? It's in reverse. Oh, look at that. The 10 of Cups. Yeah, that didn't exactly happen. The happy household. And look, it was Gypsy and Nick, right? And then even if it's girls, it's like Stephanie had a new husband and another son. Because the girls, boys, you know, we both have male and female energy. I was just referring to that. So yeah, and they're like, no, they're standing still like statues almost. This one looks almost surprised, you know. This is, but it's in reverse. You're gonna get your house in order. So like even Stephanie's house was not in order. The happily ever after did not happen. This was at the bottom of the deck when I started shuffling. It really wants to be heard of a tower. So there's a tower moment coming. This is Stephanie speaking. I'm getting the feeling that she's done. She's done being silent. She's going to find ways to speak. And the Hanged Man, like, okay, so this goes with the acceptance here with Archangel Ezekiel, right? Self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. This is also an open mind and seeing things from a different point of view. I'm gonna say that she's really happy. Actually, she's really angry, but she's also really happy about those videos that came out that Into the Weeds keeps putting out there. Now, one thing about Into the Weeds I'm gonna say right now, basically, is this. I don't know why they're just. It's like they just put it up there and they don't really do anything. They make little comments here or there, and I don't know what they want us to do with this, you know. They also get people to come on their show or their podcast and talk about things, and it's, you know, like, I believe that there are people that come on that show who could provide the truth, and they don't. The only thing I'll say about Into the Weeds is that they seem neutral, kind of, and I am neutral. They seem to want more of the truth, and they have access to it, than kowtowing to others. Now, I've yet to see them get a producer on there, or like the news on there, or something like that. So if that happened, then I'd be like, yeah, they're straight up profiting, you know. I can't tell whose side they're on, Gypsy or Nick or DeeDee or Nicholas's family, but Stephanie she's feeling really anxious right now. She's wringing her hands. You see, she has all these ghosts too. She's like a hungry ghost because she killed herself. Allegedly, she unalived herself. Okay, and it was because there was too much stuff going on, and too much, even before the murder, even before Nicholas. She watched him get all passionate about Gypsy and all busy and traveling. I mean, even though he only traveled to Springfield twice, you know, still she watched this like a Scheisse show unfold, and she was taking steps to prevent this from happening, but there wasn't much really going on until Gypsy showed up. I mean, that she knew of. You know, he was you can see all this stuff online anyway, but you know, it was mostly they made videos, you know, and so she knew Nicholas could easily get in trouble. She's saying he's like a little lamb. She's saying that yes, any legal problems he may have had before Gypsy were made in innocence, in his mental state, his autistic state. Again, she's asking for forgiveness, open-mindedness, and understanding. And that's kind of like what the Hangman is about, actually. You know, but there's also, she's saying no more. No more. She's not. This is what happened to her household. The happily ever after household. And nothing's perfect in anybody's life, right? But she had Stephanie got remarried. She had another child with her second husband, and she had Nicholas. Nicholas had his own challenges, and for the most part, you know, she had a relatively happy household until Gypsy stepped in. See, with the passion and the fire, a lot of busy bee, a lot of work going on, and a lot of like behind the scenes and like patience was going on. She had to have a lot of patience. It disrupted her home, Stephanie saying. She shared about it in meetings, like, hey, sister, friend of Bill, like me. You know, she would share about these things, and the typical answer would be like, you know, this is in God's hands, and just, you know, be the best mom you can. And everything came crashing down. Everything fell apart. Literally, she died, you know. And but she tried to have an open mind. She felt like her world was falling apart, or someone's being taken away from her by Gypsy. She tried to have an open mind. She tried to accept what was going on. Try to guide Nicholas. Try to tell herself it's just over videos. It's nothing going to be that serious. But she didn't know how sick it really is, or was. And she thought she was strong enough to handle it. Nicholas and Gypsy. Their passion. She was also passionate herself about keeping her house in order and her son, taking care of both her sons, Quinn and Nicholas. So, but, you know, completely out of her hands. Gypsy comes in, destroys her son's life, brain, and she tried. She's saying she tried so hard to be, what is she saying? Present for Nicholas and Gypsy. Lied. They lied to her. Fake stories. I'm seeing a spider run up. My eyes are closed. Eventually this camera will get turned around when I get a bigger table. I still have a small table, but I saw a spider. And Stephanie's running away. She sees Gypsy as a black widow. The spider's black. She sees the spider as a black widow spider to her son, Nicholas. And she's... I just saw everything flip upside down. So, like, the spider is running through her house, like, when Stephanie's alive, her house, like, down a corridor at Stephanie. And just everything just flipped upside down in my vision. So... and then it just went kind of blank, and now I'm seeing like kind of like a hurricane. I have a hurricane, and well, okay, I just opened my eyes. Okay, so the Hangman is, she did try to keep an open mind. She did try to be supportive. She did try to see it from Nicholas's point of view, and she had no idea how hellish it was going to be. She said piece of work. Yeah, Gypsy was a piece of work. She said kindness. She tried to be kind. I'm hearing the word fake. I'm hearing the word selfish, obnoxious, fake again. I can hear Gypsy's voice and echoing in the background. His little voice, like this. Ma'am, she called Nicholas's mother, ma'am. Or she rarely spoke to her at all. I'm seeing Gypsy call the shots. She walked in to Stephanie's house in Big Ben. She walked in and she called the shots. She felt like she could. She had the right. I just hear Gypsy's voice echoing early. It's so nice to be here. But I'm hearing Stephanie saying fake, lies. Like, ooh, she's getting really upset. DeeDee's just sitting there. Really, she's just sitting there waiting for me to read her cards, because she knew what her daughter was capable of, but especially by the time Gypsy got to Big Bend, Wisconsin. DeeDee was already murdered by Gypsy and possibly a little bit by Nick. I mean, I really think that I believe absolutely 100% that Gypsy did, do things with a knife that would murder her mother. Think about it. Her last words were, "Don't hurt me." DeeDee, come on here, back me up. What were your last words to Gypsy? "Don't hurt me, daughter." Gypsy, she just corrected me. She didn't say daughter, she said Gypsy. "Don't hurt me, Gypsy." Now DeeDee's looking a little sad. So let's read the cards, because this energy changes very quickly. So we have the 7 of Swords, deception. What is it that you want us to know, DeeDee, today? Judgment in reverse. This is looking good. What else, DeeDee? The Emperor. Ooh, there is a male figure. Sorry, someone's actually calling. I'm getting a laptop for Christmas. So for then I just gotta use my phone. Until then I have to use my phone. So there is a man involved in this. And also the Emperor is making me think of I was thinking, DeeDee, can you clarify this? What do you mean by the Emperor? Wrong judgment. The empire, the government, the prison, the judge, they're wrong. Even DeeDee knows this. Because of the deception, the judgment was beyond look, even Native Americans got a really bad deal in America, and she feels that Gypsy got a bad deal, but she's not talking about Nick. She doesn't want to. Okay, so as we have the Fool. Yeah. Yeah, the Fool, which usually has to do with the beginning of new journeys and stuff. And DeeDee's like, okay, wait, she's saying actually right now that yes, this is the beginning of a whole new journey because of these videos that came out. And she's telling us to look at, normally this does not mean like you're a fool, but she's saying like Gypsy fooled us. She fooled us all. And she wants a new judgment. She wants everyone to know about the deception and the lies. The judgment was incorrect, wrong. What else do you want to say, DeeDee? Well, here we have one more card anyway. So we have the Hermit in reverse. So yeah, DeeDee's been watching over this. DeeDee could go off to her great reward or another life, but she chooses not to. The Hermit card is 9. It's endings, right? But it's also wisdom and knowledge and going within. Usually going within to gain more wisdom and knowledge, and then after you have that, go and shine your light, right? And it's like the all-knowing wizard, almost good wizard. It could be bad depending on the cards around it, but and you have your little spirit animal here to help you show the way. Well, in this case it's mushrooms growing, but sometimes there's a spirit animal. And you see how the head is all lit up with like almost like a sunburst here. The truth is going to come out. Look at the balance of these rocks. You see? The Hermit, the truth is gonna come out. Look at the Hermit's leg here. It's pure white, like, you know, representing purity in the snow, right? So DeeDee is feeling like she wants to be redeemed. She doesn't like people that are pro-gypsy so much because she knows the truth. Now, because it's in reversed, it's DeeDee has knowledge, and she saw everything. She knows. She wants people to know the truth. I'm here to say my name, vindicated. The lies and deception got to end. She's saying I want. Hold on. What does she want? Friendship. She wants friendship. She also wants the baby. She wants to take care of baby Aurora. And she said there is no real baby. The reason she's saying that is not because there's no real baby. It's that Gypsy is like, I can't believe she just said this, not a good mother. She just said, I am the mother. And Stephanie is just like almost cowering next to her. Stephanie will go around DeeDee, but she's a little afraid of DeeDee. And DeeDee's like laughing and saying, no, don't be afraid of me. DeeDee is here to cut through the lies and deception, to have the truth come out, whether it's in a real court or the God plane, the spiritual plane. And this just starts a whole new cycle going on, which, you know, we have with the Fool. And this is what she wants for Gypsy. She wants her to start fresh and live the princess life, which is, you know, that's a little unrealistic, DeeDee, right? And it is. She's not using her wise mind. She knows things. She wants to get it out there, but she's not using her wise mind. She's like coming through a lot to me, and she just wants to, she wants DeeDee, Gypsy to have abundance and success, you know. And she doesn't mind being around Nicholas's mother because she's Gypsy's mother, and she's saying Nicholas was, wait, I missed it because I was talking, hold on. Nicholas killed me. Wow. Okay, that's channeled. That's alleged. That's allegedly what she said. What is Stephanie feeling about this? The Ace of Wands. Yeah, she's, like I said, she's passionate about getting the truth out. And where she's at right now, she's feeling the strength to do this. She's getting stronger and stronger to do this. The Four of Swords, but she does take breaks. It's a little overwhelming at times for her. And yeah, she feels wounded, very wounded. I mean, she is responsible for unaliving herself, but she's crying now. Oh, poor thing. She has her hands over her eyes and she's crying. Oh my goodness, my heart chakra, it hurts so much right now. And like she's saying, she really tried. And she's blaming herself too for like not being more vigilant and like stepping back from Gypsy and Nicholas when all that was going down, all that passion and that writing. Gypsy wrote to Nicholas's stepfather using words like, "Sir, I'm an adult. I'm gonna say that I've seen enough 50 Shades of Grey type situations in my life, and you know it's quite common that you say, sir, or master." So, you know, like, yeah, like, Gypsy wouldn't stop. She just wouldn't stop. She was constantly, like, she started it. She picked her victim, her son Nicholas, and she was passionate. She did write to Stephanie. Stephanie's nodding her head. Yes, she got letters, but they were mostly written to her husband, which is just like, we don't know what to do with her. They would retreat. They'd be like, well, maybe Nicholas will, you know, work it out or something. You know, they really try to have faith. but their household was already ruined. So let's see what else DeeDee has to say. DeeDee, Stephanie, calm down, please. Let's DeeDee. DeeDee's all happy, smiling. Her cheeks are all red. You know, she's happy that we're reading about her, and I certainly don't mind because, you know, I believe DeeDee's voice should be heard, and if I can hear her from the beyond, then let's do that. I'm not the only one who has this gift. So let's see. What does DeeDee have to say? The Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Gypsy's addicted. As I said, Gypsy's addicted to money and fame. DeeDee is both smiling and nodding and shaking her head no at the same time. Like, yes, she wants Gypsy to have prosperity and abundance and success, but at this point, it's like a dream. It's a fantasy for Gypsy. She's not going to get it. She has notoriety. And DeeDee recognizes this. I mean, DeeDee likes money too. Look at how similar these cards are. Take this figure out, and what do you have? That is what she wants for Gypsy. No one around her. She doesn't want, I always say this in my readings, she doesn't want anybody with Gypsy. She wants to be there for Gypsy. I don't know how she's going to be there from the beyond, but that's what she wants. And Seven of Cups, like, again, yeah, for a long time she's been waiting for Gypsy to, like, call upon her. Gypsy's not really doing this. Gypsy is stronger than she is, than DeeDee. Gypsy's spirit is stronger. But actually, I'm hearing, no, wait. Gypsy does communicate with DeeDee. Yeah, DeeDee's looking down shy, like, ah, you got me. You caught me in a little fib. Gypsy does go to her mother for advice about the dark energy, the dark magic. And she has been almost her entire life. And DeeDee feels like, you know, this whole situation is insane. It's crazy. And she just likes the attention, actually. And still, yeah, she is saying Gypsy over and over again and smiling. She's almost proud of her, where she is now. She's shaking her head no. What is it that you're not proud of, DeeDee? Demona. Demon. That's me, actually. Demon. Demona. Demon. What else is it about Gypsy you're not happy about? Nicholas, she said. DeeDee and Gypsy fought a lot about Nicholas. What else, DeeDee? What else do you want us to know? What is the most important thing you want to tell us right now? Whoa, I got a bad lightning bolt headache in my head right now. This card. Ooh! Ten of Swords. DeeDee wants us to know that she was absolutely stabbed in the back by her own daughter. And I'm hearing and Nicholas. Okay, allegedly. This figure's face is facing horror. It doesn't matter. This usually means transformation, like a mini transformation. And yeah, that's what happened. Gypsy was able to get out of that situation, get away from her mother, and go live with Nicholas for a few days in Big Bend. She had no intention of staying with Nicholas very long, no matter how much baby clothes she put together for Nicholas and made those videos. And these are the girls' clothes. And I'm the kind of mom who's gonna dress my little boy in proper clothing, and he's gonna look how cute this is. This is so cute. Oh my god, I don't know why I can do Gypsy like that, but it just, I'm so creeped out right now. Stephanie still is kind of like crying, and DeeDee is just like also kind of like hiding in the shadows. She's retreated. Yeah. Let's see. That's pretty conclusive right there. But let's see if Stephanie wants. She's really upset right now. So let's see. Is there anything else, Stephanie? What's the most important thing you want us to know right now? She's saying Gypsy again. She's saying, get rid of her, please. Really, she is. She's saying, get rid of her, please. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is all about accepting like the gifts from the heavens, right? Water, emotions, and we have the Ace of Wands here, so water and fire together over the Four of Swords. So Stephanie, God bless her soul, yeah, she's peeking out again from behind her hands. She wants to hear this. Basically, this is the thing. She's passed on. She's crossed over. It was her own doing. You see? She used her swords herself. See how she stuck it in her mouth? She was wounded. She was trapped with addiction. She relapsed first. Ooh, I can see her putting the needle in her arm. Ouch. Yeah, oh my goodness. So, and you see this is like in her mouth here. She couldn't take the things that were being said about Nicholas, the things that were said that were true, like about his jail sentence and the evidence that was coming out. She just couldn't handle it, and she just snapped. She snapped, and she unalived herself. Now, on the other side of her, where she is now, is she can't write. She cannot. She can pour blessings and good energy. She can put it out there. This is the power of heaven. This is the power of spirit. This is the power. They have given her this gift that through her she can try to, also with DeeDee, try to, yeah, now they're both staying together like they're friendly. Get this situation changed. Although DeeDee's goal is a lot different than Stephanie's. Stephanie knows the beginning of what she wants, and then she'll be able to move on, is that Nicholas has to practice self-acceptance, compassion for himself, and forgiveness for himself. And she has great passion about this, and she also has deep abiding love and feelings and good energy for her son. She loves, oh my goodness, she's saying, I love my son so much. She's also crying, why? Like, why did I do this? Like, why did she kill herself? Allegedly kill herself. So, let's see. She's just standing expectantly behind my right shoulder. So, what is it? Oh, we have two cards here. Let's see, and then we can probably wrap this up. We'll do some Gypsy cards, and then that's it. Seven of Wands. Yeah. So, Stephanie now has the power of the Ace of Wands, the power of passion, the power, even though she can't write because she's a spirit, she can speak. I also had a feeling that Nicholas might write a book at some point. So she would inspire him. She would be near him. Yeah, I see her again. She wants to hold him like over his shoulders, like put her hands on his shoulders, giving him an energetic hug. And she has the she's trying to say that Nicholas does have the depth and compassion to do this without being angry at Gypsy, and do it for himself, have compassion and love, and just, yeah, he's gonna write a book, Nicholas, from his point of view. I'm hearing be honest. She wants him to be 100% honest and take a stand. She is tired of Nicholas doing nothing other than appealing his case. It's like he has social media, he has contacts, he knows people. See, Two of Coins right here with the Seven of Wands. Yeah, she wants Nicholas to take a stand and to start treating himself like he was his own baby. This is her with him a lot. She tries to, you know, be loving and be around him, but he can't hear her because he still is, you know, he doesn't admit it, but he's still thinking about Gypsy. Now with these videos coming out, like, I'm seeing him blush. He's blushing. He doesn't know what to say, so he's not going to say anything until he knows what to say. But the Two of Coins, yeah, she wants him to take a stand. And in the Two of Coins, it's like to write things, to be in balance, to be in harmony, but also with money. And it's like no matter what comes his way, if he stays in jail for the rest of his life, like, oh, she's screaming, and she's like, no! I'm like, well, Stephanie, right now, that's the way it is. She wants him to step out into his power and tell everything. See how there's nothing hidden behind this cloak? It's all open for everyone to see, right? That's what she wants Nicholas to do. And he'll have money, and he won't have to depend on others either. So what else does Stephanie have to say? Oh, we have the Knight of Cups. Like, yeah, Nicholas is very loving and caring and giving and nurturing person. He got it from her side. She was also very giving, especially after she got sober, I'm hearing. And she wants him to, yeah, like, be the loving, caring son that he is on her end. She is the Knight of Cups. She wears her heart on her sleeve. She had to put it in check with Gypsy, but she loves her son dearly. I can't speak about Nicholas's father right now. Stephanie doesn't want to talk about that. She feels kind of bad, like maybe if she had stayed with him, things might not have been so bad. I don't know, like with Gypsy in particular, like Nicholas going astray. She wants us to know about the Three of Coins, which is she wants Nicholas free and building a house for himself and a life for himself, but he's plagued by demons, you see? He's plagued by demons. She wants him at the very least to be prosperous, and if he has to be in jail, at least build up his house in jail and be as happy and not secretly guilty and stuff. And the Two of Cups, yeah, she wants him to find, there are lots of women who get married to men who are in jail, and she would like to see Nicholas one day have his house in order and true love. And yeah, this is like kind of strange. These are from fairy tales from all around the world, these stories. And you see, even though this one has horns, I'm not feeling any negativity from this at all, actually. This is more like a bull. You see, like out of a fairy tale. You know, like even Hercules cleared out all those bull stalls in like less time than humanly possible. And look at them. And you see this woman is a beard, right? Now, I'm not using that to mean like a beard, okay? What I'm hearing is it's an unusual situation that Nicholas would meet someone in jail, because I'm hearing he's very giving, he's very kind. So, which is the Knight of Cups. She wants us to know that that's Nicholas. He is the Knight of Cups. He is sort of loyal heart. He's so loyal to Gypsy. He is not throwing her under the bus, which she should be doing. Stephanie's saying no, she doesn't want any like true like evil negative actions on his part, especially related to Gypsy, ever again. She wants him separated from him, and so does DeeDee. DeeDee's in her head like, yeah, stay away from my daughter. Yeah, so that's what Stephanie wants for him. She wants him to, I don't know, I just keep hearing write a book, and to find love, even in the most unlikely places. These people, he doesn't trust women. Nicholas doesn't. I don't blame him. He doesn't trust women, but he has a very giving heart. And somehow this hawk here, see this eagle, it's like this is Nick's spirit animal. He's meant to soar high, and he doesn't. And she's very sad about that. Stephanie, she's like, her tear-stained face is still there. It's all pink. But she's pretty much stopped crying. She's kind of like standing there resignedly. She's resigned herself to the issue. So let's see if there's anything else. I mean, this is what she wants for Nicholas. I'll tap into her again. I just thought I'll do this reading for y'all tonight, and because I've been promising it. But let's see, any parting words. The King of Wands. Whoa. So she's yeah, she's really passionate, and she wants Nicholas to become more passionate about what? About building his house, building his money, building his commissary, writing that book, getting rid of these negative spirits in his life, and finding real love, true love, no matter how strange it may look to others or whatever. Like yes, she has like fairy tale romance. She's shaking her head no to that when I say fairy tale romance, but she's nodding her head now. She understands what I mean. I'm not saying a fairy tale romance, Stephanie. I'm saying, please listen. It's just like an an unlikely, like you wouldn't think that it would happen to Nicholas in jail. but Nicholas can get to become from a Knight of Cups to the King of Wands, passionate, determined, willing to take risks, not in jail, not disobey the rules, but just willing to put himself out there. He may do that at some point. It takes a while to get to the King, right? And you see this 10 of Cups as well, all the way here at the bottom in reverse. That kind of goes a little bit like, you know, this is like not a good house to live in jail and marriage, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. Like Gypsy can walk. Not everything is always what it seems. So I'm going to end on one Gypsy card. Let's do DeeDee really fast. Let's check in with Gypsy. I mean, DeeDee. Sorry, DeeDee. She's really firm on that, on this abundance and success for Gypsy, and she really does want Gypsy alone. She wants to be the one to help Gypsy, and that's the way it is. Knight of Wands. Wow, we have King of Wands. Yeah, DeeDee's pretty passionate. She stuck around all this time actually, but you see the problem with the Knight of Wands is they're always looking backwards, like they're traveling forwards on a path, on a journey filled with passion, and like it's like almost like Athena here, you know, ready to go into battle at any time, you know, for what they believe in. But you see how Gypsy doesn't do it. She talks about jail reform, she talks about Munchausen by proxy, she talks about how she cares about everyone else, and then she comes out, I'm seeing her right now, all those dances, not the recent ones that came out before she unalived DeeDee, allegedly, but her postpartum body dances. Yeah, I'm seeing DeeDee is disappointed. She's disappointed. And in Gypsy, she says she loves her. I love my daughter, but she needs to reconsider. The Sun, nice. So DeeDee, yeah, when she says Gypsy needs to reconsider, I think she's saying like not necessarily tell the truth, because she'll go back to jail for that. But no, she can't be tried for the same crime. DeeDee, what crime? DeeDee, what do you mean by the Knight of Wands with the Sun? She said passion. We have baby. She wants her to focus on baby Aurora. This character here is a man. He's naked. He has nothing, even though he's holding up a sunflower. Yeah, she wants that guy gone. She wants Gypsy, yeah, to go on this path with the baby. She doesn't need a man. She can be her own man. That's what I'm hearing. She can be her own Athena, goddess Athena, you know, of war and wisdom. That's Athena. But it's sorry, DeeDee, it's not going exactly the way you want it. It's not. But she had DeeDee's full blessing to like just go almost like crazy. Nah, DeeDee's shaking her head. She's laughing though. She's very heavy set. It's the picture of her with the short hair, curly, very short hair towards the end there. She's very pretty when she was younger, you know. But she had her own issues. Like DeeDee's usually happy. She doesn't even mind too much about the videos. She's saying that they're gonna bring attention. Six of Swords, yeah. It's gonna take somehow she's hoping that this will move Gypsy to move out of the troubled waters that Gypsy doesn't portray herself to be in troubled waters, but she is. Gypsy's in trouble with money, finances. I'm hearing she doesn't play with the baby. I just heard a loud no and echoing and a door slam. Yeah, Gypsy wants out of where she is. But this is also what DeeDee wants for her too. She wants her to move away. See, the baby? That. But this usually is the boatman and or the boat person, you know, the gondolier, and this is actually another woman. I don't know if you can see that. That is what DeeDee wants. And she's convinced that together, her and Gypsy will be successful. Together they will achieve Disney World princess, you know, status. And so I hate to say this, DeeDee, but you're a little deluded. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little bit. And that we're gonna stop there right now because, you know, I'm just like kind of repeating myself. I'm gonna pull one general card for Stephanie. Stephanie, would you like to come in and pull one more card for us? I'm on Team Nicholas. I am all for his, you know, I believe he can be rehabilitated. I also believe that anybody can be redeemed at any time. So, for your son, what is it that you want us to know? Oh, Malady. Yeah, she wants us to know that Nicholas is completely, or was completely under Gypsy spell. She used his autism and she wants him to focus on his mental health. His spiritual health is pretty good. I heard say he's on the right path. But Malady, she really wants him to take care of his physical health. He might be getting sick soon in jail. Like a flu or a cold or something. And also, but also especially the malady that's always with him is Gypsy. His memories of Gypsy. I know this is steam from a teacup, but it's almost like the spirit of Gypsy reaching out to him and coming for him. He sees Gypsy as his medicine. Yeah, when he doesn't feel well, when he feels sad or whatever, and the Bible's not working for him, he goes to his memories of Gypsy. Yeah. And Stephanie doesn't want that. She wants him. She feels bad that she can't be there to take care of him. Now these two cards just flipped over. 3. So DeeDee really wants to say something. What do you want to say, DeeDee? Let's see. So, 1, service. Yeah, she wants to be of service to Gypsy for sure. What's going to happen? Old woman. I'm going to say this is DeeDee too. And 3, we have constancy. Yeah, she wants Gypsy to be more like this. The constant mother, the constant, you know, and she has purity and passion, you know, but not for like men. See, there's no one in this. She still worships Gypsy like a goddess. The sun, that's the God card. Who is this old woman? Oh, DeeDee also would like for Gypsy to rely on the help of older women, like grandmother types. I'm hearing the word Christian. She wants her to be more Christian, follow teaching of Christ more, and maybe she'll meet some, yeah, that's what I'm hearing, some kind women who will help her raise her baby. But eventually, Gypsy, just to get her away from Ken and get her on her feet again, she wants Gypsy to go, just like DeeDee went for help, maybe not in the best direction, but, you know, like with the malingering and the manipulations. But she wants Gypsy to stop playing games. She wants her to stop with the social media. Focus. Get it together. Or, and I don't hear or anything. Or, yes, DeeDee, get it together and use resources. This is a wealthy older woman. I'm not hearing anything else. And service. Oh, she does want Gypsy to start doing, like, I'm hearing service announcements, but they're not exactly called service announcements, DeeDee. They're, you know, she wants her to really follow through with her advocacy for prison reform, or if Gypsy's going to continue with the Munchausens by proxy, which I really can't see why DeeDee would want her to do that. I'm hearing honest, be honest. She wants Gypsy to be honest. Because Gypsy can't be tried twice for this crime of the murder of DeeDee Blanchard, Claudinia Blanchard. So, if Gypsy becomes honest, she would like her to be more honest. And then she can do service for others, which will gain her, I'm hearing, merit in heaven. That's what I'm hearing. I'm just telling you what I hear. So DeeDee's a little frustrated. She's really full throttle, and Gypsy just doesn't want to hear her. She just doesn't want to listen. Nicholas, on the other hand, I believe right now that he may be getting sick, whether it's literally sick, like the flu or a cold or something, but you know, his mother really wants him to take good care of his mental health. He has those opportunities, those resources. I cannot touch his dad. I've tried reaching out to his father. His father is still on the earth plane. It's harder to tap into people's energy who are still alive and making choices every 2 seconds, and you know, dreaming and sleeping and eating and doing things. And it's hard to, especially if I don't know them. There's no pictures of his father that I know of. I've looked. What is Gypsy's answer to all this? La 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 la. Don't want to hear it. The Four of Wands. Yeah, and you know, usually that is like a community card. She does. She wants to be out there in the community with this bizarre story, you know. And again, she's always a busy bee. And typically this would be also a marriage card. Yeah, she is running to get married. That's what she has lollipops and rainbows and cotton candy type idea of what a marriage is. And that's her answer to DeeDee. It's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay? I know what I'm doing. And look at this lollipop kingdom I'm running around in, you know? Like, this is where I live. You're invading my space. Get out of my space. That's Gypsy's answer to her mother right now. And we'll get an answer from Nicholas. Okay? We'll do one for Nicholas and then we'll close down the reading. Okay. So, if Nicholas knew what his mom... Oh my god, my heart hurts. Literally. My physical heart hurts. If Nick... Oh, so sad. Gypsy, it's like I wouldn't expect anything else from her. You know, at this point. But Nicholas, who knows? Let's see. What would he think? What's going on with Nicholas? Like, with his mother feeling all these things for him. Overburdened. This is too much for him. Right now. Too much for him. He needs to really take a look at his mental health, his physical health, his past, all of it. He does, but oh my goodness, my whole heart chakra, it's like, ooh, ooh. It's Ezekiel, keeper of the eternal flame, the purple flame for infinite source God, right? Oh my goodness, my hands are all lit up. Like, I feel energy flowing through these cards, and up, especially near my wrists. One of my spirit guides is Jesus, so Yeshua. It's like, I think he's saying, end the pain now, because I'm really feeling a lot of pain in my wrists and up my arms, up into my back, into my heart chakra, which is also your back. We're 3-dimensional, but my literal heart is hurting. And yeah, that's the answer. Self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness for himself. He will feel sick while he goes through this. He is still sick. He is soul sick, and he's really gotta. It's good that he's doing these things, but he really has to really like, look at this guy. He's like bedridden, you know, and tea is there for him. He's got to let others care for him and guide him, like his mother. And if he can't tap into his mother, more archangels, please step in and help Nicholas. And like I said, someone has left this medicine there for him. He has opportunities. He's really got to hit like almost spiritual rock bottom before he's going to come forward with his burdens. He is burdened by these secrets. They're making his soul sick. That's why Stephanie is crying again. She's crying again. DeeDee, I hate to say it, she's actually giggling. She's laughing. She's like, yep. She just said it, our children. She's laughing, but she's crying, you know. Like, tears are coming out of DeeDee's eyes, but she's laughing. Like, our children. What can you do but laugh right now? And DeeDee and Stephanie are kind of hugging each other and crying on each other's shoulders. So I am so sorry that I brought that to you guys, both all y'all watching this and DeeDee and Stephanie. But hey, I'll tell you what, look, I just picked up this deck. If anybody from outside of these entities want to speak, and I just picked up the deck before I could shuffle, and we got the Fool here again. So this is good. We can end on this note. I'm not going to even turn the deck over because I don't want to see another card. But we have the Fool, you see, and the Fool is a whole new beginning. So there's a whole new beginning for everyone involved. You know, DeeDee's going to have to move on at some point. You know, she already is living in another timeline, but her spirit can come back to this timeline, you know, because I can call her in. Same thing with anyone who crosses over. They don't just sit around unless they're lost, truly lost, and they don't know where they're going. But DeeDee has been already, she's reincarnated to another life. Could be on this planet, could be on another planet, another galaxy, another universe. Same thing with Stephanie. But the thing with any soul that comes through for me, they have a message for us, and so they will leave that other life they're in, that other timeline that they're in, or they're not in another timeline because this was their. So in whatever life they're in now, they look back, if they can see this life was their past life, their very next past life. So it's like that. They both have new beginnings, DeeDee and Stephanie. And you see the rose right here. This is all because of Gypsy Rose. And even though DeeDee did some bad things, I'm hearing this not from DeeDee, I'm hearing this from the angels. She still was blessed. She's still seen as a beloved daughter of God. And Stephanie, I'm hearing again this cat energy and well loved. And that's kind of how DeeDee and Stephanie hang out. It's like Stephanie's like the little dragon who wants to blow the smoke out there. You know, there's a lot of wands, you know, and like get the truth out there. And DeeDee is the mother of Gypsy. And this is a portal. So they can come through portals. Now I'm speaking more like a starseed right now. I don't know if you know what starseeds are, but if you don't, you can always YouTube them or Google it. They're relatively common now. I am a starseed hybrid angel soul. In a human and living this human life. And so yeah, this is a portal. So yeah, I can call on them. They're giving me permission. The angels and my star family, they're giving me permission to call on, they're saying any spirits to call upon to get messages. So with that said, good news for DeeDee and Stephanie. I cannot see what their new lives are. I can always look into that some other time, but basically they did get their new reset, and it came from like mushrooms, like fungus and nastiness, but you know, mushrooms can be very good for us. And so yeah, we can speak to them anytime, and rest assured that they have better lives now. But I'm just hearing Stephanie wants to say one more thing. I will watch my son, so she's gonna watch over Nicholas because he's overburdened, and she really wants him better. Whereas DeeDee is more content to is like hang back and just when I want or anybody wants, they can call upon her and she can come forward. She really wants to show people the truth about Gypsy, so she's holding it up. So that's what's going on with Nicholas's mother right now. And DeeDee Blanchard, actually this is maybe not a timeless reading. We'll see. We'll have to see what Nicholas and Gypsy do next, and then we can ask DeeDee and Stephanie again more questions. But this is an open invitation. It's a new beginning for both of them in their new lives. They haven't been punished harshly. I believe that people who unalive themselves, if they're in that much mental anguish, that they are forgiven. It's like when somebody does it to punish somebody else, that's like when it's a sin, it's wrong, it's cruel and evil. But if you do it out of pure hopelessness and you're praying and whatever your faith is, and in your state of mind, you think the best thing for everybody is for you to be unalived, you know, and that's just what you're gonna do. I see that as a very sick individual and not really to be blamed for their actions. Yeah, she's reborn as a little dragon. I feel like she's on like some dragon. You know, this is DeeDee's pile. It should be like on right in the middle there. But yeah, it's just like she's with the Dragon Collective, you know. She's strong. She's just small. She's young. She's new to this. DeeDee's been gone for what, like almost 9 years now, or 8.5 years. So, right? It's 2025. Yeah, 10 years. So DeeDee's used to it. DeeDee is the more like the magician, the master of this, you know. But she is friendly with Stephanie. She doesn't mind. She's like, yo, we've been through this before, you know. My kid, our kids, you know. DeeDee does not see Nicholas as innocent though. she tends not to like men in general, though, DeeDee. So I'm getting that from her. Ooh, she doesn't like me saying that. Ooh, the back of my neck and my shoulders just like kind of lit up, like with like, ooh, feels like ow, ow, ow. Stop. Okay, DeeDee, stop, go away. Just stay back. No, I can't make this up. Once I have the camera on me, you'll see. But yeah. So okay, this is what's going on with Stephanie, Nicholas's mother, with DeeDee and Gypsy. And that's the best I can do for now. We're at 104 right now, so that's, you know, it's time to end. And I am always happy to read, channel, and especially read your comments. So I also put up a post in the channel's main page, so you can write your questions there. I cannot do a live stream with answering your questions, which I can do, but YouTube will not let me do it yet. I have to have 500 subscribers before I can have that option. So let's share, like, subscribe, share, and feed the algorithm, and then we can have a better experience. I can answer your questions live. I'm looking forward to doing that, because you are the best part of my channel. So thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying the holiday season. I wish you much love, many blessings. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.